let's deal with this rebellion and revoke this guy's county. Or duchy and county. I think I'm mostly just going to use my retinues if I can. Sure, we'll go with some commanders. And I also wanted to hunt apostates in he landed some troops here. Hunt apostates in Rome. And I think I have a prisoner that I want to ransom. This guy's a vassal of the Pope? Sure. Anything else I wanted to do? Oh, I do want to change my focus, if I can. I can. I'm going to go with family to try to increase my naive appeaser education. I can repay the loan. Let's do that. I'll deal with these raiders as well. I think after dealing with them, I should go to defend that holding. Losing some sieges. I think it's these ones, but gain some tech. We are literally 2 points away from Military Organization 4, which will make things a lot easier when we actually go after the pagans in earnest. And will give us a ton of retinue as well. The Druze heresy has appeared in the county of Beersheba. Oh, I just realized I could have sent my court chaplain, aka the Pope, to proselytize in the Holy Land, and I'm dead. That sucks. I have a new heir. If my character dies now, I will play as Prince Julian. That sucks. I mean, I'm a young guy. That's could be worse. Becoming a paragon of virtue shouldn't be too difficult. Everyone stopped being my advisors. Like our marshal, steward, spymaster likes us well enough. Sure, go with the Pope. Because of that, I can actually go and convert Jerusalem, or at least try to. I probably should actually try to convert the heretic, because that's plus 10%, actually plus 30% revolt risk altogether. Awesome. Just what I always wanted. I can get Military Organization 4, which is what I want to do. Oh, I can set Crown Focus. I'm kind of tempted to do it there, because there's an event that it can fire that can turn the culture into Irish if it gets to a certain prosperity level. Everything else kinda meh. Still have the logging company modifier, that's cool. Sure, we'll shoot for it. And I will go with a carousing focus, maybe? No, theology. I'm going to go on a pilgrimage first this time. Looks like my vassals are pretty well appeased. mostly because of the opinion of predecessor penalty, or bonus. It's not a penalty. What's going on? Oh, they're sieging down that. I can... Oh, they can get married. Okay. So, my aunt is getting married to a homosexual, chaste king of West Francia. Okay. My council is discontent, that's fine. That's what happens upon ruler death. I can shut the gates. I probably should, but I don't know. We'll be fine. If the end of the... No. Seal it. My commander was cornered and slain on the battlefield. Okay. Oh, my stewardship sucks. I'm going to see if I can get rid of some of those negatives. My diplomacy sucks even worse than that. Mostly because I'm secluded with my courtiers. Alright. Something happened with the Duchy of Mercia. Okay. How many does that one have? No, I'll focus on one for now. He has converted Jerusalem. Excellent. 25th of August, a little over a month. Can I change laws? I know it's in 939 that I can, but can't be in a civil war. So I'll finish this off, change some laws. That's nowhere near being what I want it to be. Almost. The war's almost won. We're at 80%. With foreign rulers come foreign influences. The local culture in the county of Insikat has evolved over time into something new, and the people living there are no longer referred to as Picts. They are Scottish now. Okay. Speaking of culture, doesn't look like too much culture has been changed. There's more Irish in Brittany now, which is good, I suppose. Oh, I can have to give my brother a childhood focus. I will go with thrift. Who's that? No, myself. Wait a minute. History. Oh, okay. I'm curious as to whether when this guy takes over, he will turn to Irish and convert to the culture of the current pope, or if he'll convert to Italian, or if he'll stay Breton. One of those three things will happen. is over. He is considered a traitor, right? Nope. Why can't I revoke it at all? We have a truce, and I have to have a special reason to do that. That sucks. Banish? No, that won't work. Release. Could ransom him. Can't afford it. Is this guy still at war with him? No. I can just... He's plotting, though. In prison? Alright, that works. I'll take it. That's the land I wanted anyway. Need some ships. 7. It's 13. A little bit more. Okay, that should be enough. Dangerous factions. Earl Finbar Priest-Hater. Count of Ross. Why does he dislike me? My domain is too big. That's a big issue, isn't it? And her for the same reason, probably. Not enough. What is the percentage there? 70.2. This one's 70.9. We'll give him some money to keep him out. If the Pope wasn't in that, it wouldn't be much of a faction. But he joined it anyway because he's basically being conned into it. And we'll siege that down. Oh, he converted to feudalism. I don't need to revoke his land. Apparently he doesn't need to have noble customs either. Oh, and I guess the Duke of Essex must have converted a while back too. We'll finish this war. It's my uncle. $85. Try to keep people out. Why does he dislike me? Domain too big, of course. That's what I need to work on, is figuring out what titles I can get rid of to in order to make sure my vassals like me. Coruña and Santiago still need to go. I'm thinking of actually giving them to the Knights of Santiago. But at the same time I want to keep them for now, because they are my gateway to push into the rest of Iberia. I'm going to be greedy about it. He proposes a white peace. There are those in your realm who worship other gods. For example, it is known to you that Sif openly follows the Germanic faith. You sometimes wonder... Whoop, that's not what I wanted to say. Is she my friend or something? You sometimes wonder what Jesus would think of your association with these people. We are more alike than we are different. Gain sympathy for pagans. Or their heathen delusions do not interest me. Let's go with that. And that's over. He's in prison. He is Irish, though. So, let's ransom him, maybe? I think I'm going to release him to get a bonus 6 opinion with everyone. All of my vassals. Take them home. Well, he'd only gain 16. How much would he gain? 46. I can also give him some kind of honorary title. Seneschal. Alright. I can get married. Thank goodness. Wait until these guys leave. 300 prestige or 75 gold. Hey, our domain limit went up. I accept your suggestion and prestige's opinion right now. Disband the fleet. And what's the disease outlook? The disease situation look like? We don't have any in our realm. Alright. I can go into hiding because people are trying to kill me. This guy, end your plot, you will. Think that's the only one that I know of. I can go on a pilgrimage now, though. We'll start making travel plans. And do I want to go to one in the west, or I've gone to Jerusalem several times. I don't think I've gone to Rome yet as any character. I'll travel to Rome and see the tombs of the apostles. He agrees to stop scheming. My things are packed, everything is in order. Soon I will walk the streets of the Eternal City and see all its marvels. He has been appointed my regent. Huh, I can't claim his duchy. Deep in the night, sleeping at the Pilgrim's Inn, you dream a beautiful dream. You are walking through a dense wood filled with the wonderful sounds and smells of nature. Little squirrels run across your path and birds sing in the trees. You keep walking through the wood, and then you notice a new and strange but familiar smell. You can't put your finger on what it is, though. It's something you should know, something important. Yes, it's fire. You are instantly wide awake. The room is hot. You can hear the sound of crackling flames, and a moment later you also hear people screaming. Indeed, the inn is on fire. 30% chance of brave, 10% chance of wounded. Or save myself and gain craven. I'm brave. That is actually a really good opinion boost. I have spent the last few days of my journey on water. The vessel you are traveling on rocks gently in the breeze as the sailors go about their business. Being on board ship is quite unlike being on land. So much is different. So many strange words for all the things here. Starboard, aft, aground. What does it all mean? Fascinating. Take the opportunity to learn, or this does not concern me. I can gain martial or learning, both good, and neither. During the last couple of days, you have made company on the road with a holy knight on his way to the same destination. You have lively and interesting conversations, and you find that you have many things in common. How unexpected to make a new friend this far from home. Some guy who is a member of the Knights Hospitaller. You have made a friend with Centul. Hopefully he'll become the Grand Master and thus is my vassal and will be very loyal. You finally arrived at Rome. As you enter the Eternal City, you are struck by the many ancient buildings and monuments that you pass by. It is truly impressive, and you try to imagine how the apostles felt when they first came here on their holy mission at a time when the city's power was at its peak. Though large areas seem to be depopulated, the city still boasts an impressive population concentrated around the Tiber River. The holy sites you want to visit are primarily the basilicas of St. Peter and St. Paul, as well as other early churches and places connected to the martyrs. You start making your way to the center of the city, hoping that you won't get lost in traffic as the crowds start to get more dense. 1,000 roads lead men forever to Rome. More tech. And I'm cynical. Traveling all this way to see the holy places, you had hoped for more than this. It's just a lot of people, some churches, and a few bones that really look quite suspicious. Before coming, you had read the exalted stories of other pilgrims, but this just isn't like they described it. Alright. With any luck, we can get some events that make us zealous instead. Regency is over. But we are a pilgrim, and we also gained brave from that, so I've opened council position. My steward. Anyone who's a strong vassal? He is, but he sucks. What is he good at? 14 on martial? What's my martial? 14 on stewardship, so we'll change his council position to steward and make my marshal that guy. Meanwhile, what does she have? Stressed, arbitrary. He's cruel. He's just, though, and paranoid. And he wants independence. That's not going to happen. That kid's Irish. And I will send my chancellor actually to fabricate a claim on, or not fabricate, improve relations with the Duke of York. Now I can do what I want to do, even though it might cost me a little bit of piety and some opinion, except I don't actually want to do that yet because I want to have 200 before I do it. Somebody lost an arming sword. I don't care. My half-sister will have her try to become we'll try to make her a spy mastery type of character so that we can possibly marry her off and if we need to cause some mayhem in other realms. Oh yeah, I can I never got to change law towards the late end of, or towards the end of my father's life, but I can now. I don't know if I want to do noble, because that tends to, that will upset them. I will wait till later in life to do levy shifted nobles, but I usually try to go tax shifted on both the church and the cities. His mission has been successful so far. And it looks like I'm going to end the episode here.